Did you know the first battle ever fought occurred in heaven and continues on earth today? Every person ever born has played a role in war, and understanding principles involved is absolutely crucial in determining what side you are fighting on and fighting for. The Bible tells us that the war began with an angel named Lucifer, who was described as a covering cherub. A covering cherub, according to Exodus 25:14-20, is an angel that stood in the very presence of God, covering the ark of the testimony, in which lay the law of God. We understand this better by considering the earthly sanctuary service, which was given to God's people as a model or blueprint of God's true sanctuary in heaven. In the most holy place of this sanctuary, there was the Ark of the Covenant, which represents the throne of God. The Ark contains 2 tablets of stone, the 10 Commandments, the very foundation of His government. On the top of the Ark sits the mercy seat, where the supernatural presence of God dwelt. This Shekinah glory was covered by 2 angels with stretched wings. Lucifer held this prestigious position in heaven. He was to cover and protect the Creator of the universe and His law. This was his position in heaven. All was at peace until iniquity was found in Lucifer. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, until iniquity was found in thee. Ezekiel 28:15. According to 1 John 3:4, iniquity or sin is defined as, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. All intelligent beings were created free to choose between obedience or disobedience. In other words, free will. Lucifer, the angel that was to guard the law of God, the foundation of God's government, turned against that very law, which resulted in the introduction of sin. Hence, the first war was over the law of God. Lucifer, like a master politician, deceived a third of the heavenly angels and argued that heavenly angels had no need for a law because they were already holy. Lucifer said, I will be like the Most High, Isaiah 14:14, without obeying His laws. In other words, Lucifer, now Satan, had introduced the principle of self-righteousness, righteousness by one's own standard versus the universal standard of God's law. The argument was a deceptive one, and one that still deceives the masses today. Many can be heard repeating the lie that we do not have to obey God in order to be like God. Even in Christian circles, the lesson is taught that God's law is obsolete, and one need not obey to be like Him in the character. Just as a great multitude of heavenly angels fell for Satan's lie, so now millions of people carry the same philosophy and therefore place themselves in the rank with the forces of Satan. Adam and Eve were sold the same lie. You can be like God without obeying God. They fell for it, and as a result, humanity became rebels of the kingdom of heaven. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Romans 8:6-8. But God introduced the plan of salvation, a plan designed to lead mankind back to the throne of God through obedience to His law. This is the plan of salvation, and all who stand for the government of God place themselves squarely against Satan and his army. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Revelation 12:17. This is the dividing line between those who will be loyal subjects of the throne of heaven and those who refuse to acknowledge and strive to live by God's law. Hence John wrote, "He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him." 1 John 2:4. It is evidence of being in a covenant relationship with God. A covenant Paul describes in these words, "This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their hearts, and in their minds I will write them." Hebrews 10:16. Even the prophet Daniel recognized this division of forces when he wrote, "And such as do wickedly against the covenant, we shall be corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits." Daniel 11:32. Yes, as Lucifer flattered the angels in heaven with the thought they were naturally good, so he seeks to flatter people today. But the people that do know their God will not be fooled or deceived, but will do mighty things for God and for the redemption of many. Whose side are you on? God or Satan? Hi there, thank you for watching. My name is Tanaka, and welcome to End Time Studios. On this channel, we'll study the Bible and help you to get ready for the soon coming of Jesus Christ. If you'd like to support this channel, consider subscribing to our channel and praying for this ministry. Like and share this video. Our goal is to reach out to the world and to spread the truth. God bless.